My name is Zuhair Al-Jezairy. I'm the chief editor of Aswat al-Iraq, which is a news agency. I was chief editor of Al-Mada, a daily newspapers, and in between I started to do some kind of short documentary film on Iraq, just to kind of documenting that turning point in Iraqi story, which started from 2003. I did many books, many documentaries on Iraq, and published 24 books up to now. To the news, for the media, it's news. There is an action, either an explosion or what. So the normal life, the daily life, it's absent from the imagination of the Iraqis outside the country. Then suddenly they found themselves through our stories or other stories for the media, by contact, that they found that there is another life beside the violence. I mean, there is kids used to go to school, women goes for shopping. At that time we found ourselves between three generations of journalists. It's my generation, which was brought up in the 60s. I mean, we got our idealistic idea and most of education during the 60s, and mainly sided with the left, and we used to criticize the government, corruption in the government. So it's our education, I mean, with a lot of critic in our writing. Then the generation which is brought up under the Ba'ath regime, and they got most of their education under one party, one leader, one idea, and one-sided news. News comes from up down to the people. And the two generations have no idea, or at least they don't use the computer. And the third generation, which is the generation started to take the media as a job after a little bit before and after the collapse of the Saddam's government. This generation is well educated by computer. They are keen and they are very active and young people. And as soon as the computer spread in the country and the internet, I mean, they found themselves, it's the way to contact the people around, to contact. You can imagine, I mean, generation which is brought up under the sanction. They can't leave, they have no idea what's the mobile phone indeed. And that time there was one way to the internet, which goes through filtering. It's filtered by the authorities, and suddenly they found themselves, they are open, so they started to use the computer to contact. During the last 2 months, dangers targeting journalists are increased. So I send a letter to my reporters: don't go to the office. It's not necessary to go to office. So I equip everyone with internet facilities, and they can do the work from their homes, to write the story from their home, to send it to me. And I told my staff that you don't need, there is no story deserve to die for it. So as long as you feel that staying at home is safer and you can carry on the job, so go ahead and stay at home for weeks. It doesn't matter, for days. So sometimes they used to come just to take their salaries without attending.